Well, if you watched my last video, I said, hey, I'm going to do a review. So, let me go grab a juice and show you. So, I'm going to be using Bold Apple by Flow for this one. If it can zoom the fuck in and focus, there you go. Really digging this juice. And we are going to be doing a review that I said I was going to do tomorrow, but then after I said, hey, I'm going to do it tomorrow because I'm lazy as fuck, I said, you know what, I'm not that lazy. We're going to do it. We're going to be doing the Eugene Lighthouse Mech mod. Now, before I get into it, get to you behind the story. So I love very intricate mods, okay? That's my thing, you know? As much as I want to purge and AVL and all these kinds of shit, I really like intricate mods, such as my Blitz B17, my RNV designs, Chronicle stack, stuff like that. Now, this is Chinese made. You can tell by the price tag. It's I forget what I paid for it, but originally it is around $80 to $100 brand new. I got it during Black Friday or some kind of sale and got 40% off or something like that. I paid dirt cheap for this mod. And I paid dirt cheap for another mod like the Wake mod or the Littlefoot mod that I have. That one feels cheap. I haven't done a review on it because I barely use it. I'll probably give it away or trade it away. This one I've been using a lot. You've actually seen me bring it to work on my Instagram and post a lot of badass pictures of this shit. I mean, I love, let me see how close I can get on here. Right there. I just love the design. So you got the anchor there, you got the lighthouse with some light bolts and lightning bolts. You got some kind of fucking dragon's tail. I don't fucking know what the fuck that is. I guess it's a dragon's tail. You have some like chips right here, which are going to be pretty hard to get on camera. There you go. You can kind of see them. There's some chips in there. And here's the button. The button is pretty good. There you go. Now, for this mod, it is a little bit... I've never used a mech mod that didn't have hybrid connections. So I don't know much about mods with a regular 510. Now, when I ordered this, there is little to no information. Well, fuck you, just stand up. Little to no information on the mech mod. Alright? So when I ordered it, I didn't find a picture of this. When I did more research on it, I found a picture of it. And I was like, fuck, it's not a hybrid. It's going to be weak as shit. You know, not used to it, blah, blah, blah. And I was very disappointed. So, of course, I've been looking up reviews on it. Can't find shit. There is a presentation by 3F Vape, or whatever you want to call it. And there is a review in, I think, Italian, if I remember correctly. And then there is a problem with the button auto-firing. Now, I haven't had an issue whatsoever with the button auto-firing. The button's really good, has a good throw. And it doesn't really have any issue with these sides messing with you whatsoever, you know. It doesn't really bother you. They're kind of rounded off, and the way it protrudes, you don't really feel it. Now, a couple flaws on it. One, it's not a hybrid. That sucks. Apparently, the button has been having auto-fire issues. I haven't had anything of that nature. Also, when I set a mod down, I typically roll it if it is protruding button. Another issue is... besides the button, I just noticed I gotta fix the button press. Another issue that people have been having, another con is it's non-hybrid. The button's been an issue. And then this design might be uncomfortable to you. I'm gonna defend you right now once I get this battery fucking legit. Not trying to fucking blow up on me. Now I'm having some cross-threading, which sucks. A little bit of cross thread. So the main issue of it is definitely going to be the design. Now, if you're not used to, you know, very custom designs and stuff like that, it's going to annoy you. A lot of people, I feel like, don't buy the blitzes. They don't buy, you know, the R&V designs. They prefer, no battery rattle. They prefer simplistic. You know, this is not a tube, but simple. You know, nothing to it. Color, smooth, maybe a little bit design. I prefer my shit to look crazy. That's how it is. Now, I'm looking in for a higher end mod, getting it in 2018. But I do like these cheap Chinese mods, or, you know, Indonesia and Malaysia have some really good priced, handcrafted, you know, like R&V Designs has $1,000 mods. The Chronicle is like one of their cheapest products, and it's a really well designed $100 stack. Don't know why, I don't want to say too much because I have no fucking clue why they charge it for $100. But that might bother you. But if you look at it, and I'll explain how much I love this mod, is if you look at the anchor, when you hold it, you put your thumb here, and it's a good grip. Now, if you don't hold it, you grab it right here, which I never do, you grab it right here, it's a good grip. The anchor, which I thought was really going to be annoying, is actually really helpful in holding the mod, and it makes it super comfortable to hold it. You can hold it like this. I prefer to hold it like this. And what I do is I stick my thumb right in the anchor right there or right here, and it feels perfect. Now, unfortunately, I know Mech mods, but I don't give a fuck about the connections. I do, but I don't know enough to tell right off the bat. Now, if you look at this button, to me, it looks silver plated. Alright? Because it's not silver. It doesn't hit hard enough to be silver. It hits pretty fucking hard. But I don't know what, it's silver plated something. If you can tell me what you think it is, my mech heads, that would help me out. I don't know enough about copper, brass, silver, and all that to fucking tell it. And like I said, there's no reviews on this. I rarely buy mods without reviews, and there's little to no info on it. Another con before I forget, because I just remember, is it only takes 18650s, which, is it a deal breaker for me? No. I would have preferred to see a stack option because I love my fucking series. Love series mods. Love stack tubes. Love anything mechanical, really. That is the biggest con that I had a brain fart midway after I said another con, and I couldn't remember and went on my tangent. The biggest fucking con, only 18650. That might be a deal breaker for you, okay? It's not a deal breaker for me because I own 32 18650s and a couple 21s and a couple 20s. It's not that big of a deal, and I like my ohms to be at 0.3 to 0.4 on my series. That's like my favorite coils. The Vape is like a 0.28ish, preferably a 0.3 to a point, anything really. Preferably 0.3 to 0.35 is my favorite ohmage for series. It's my favorite overall coils. For my single mechs, I prefer 0.15 on my 18650s. You know, when there's 21s in there, I can go lower, but I typically, you know, if I'm vaping like parallel on here, I like 0.11, 0.1, 0.12, stuff like that. I don't mind going lower than a 0.15, but it's an 18650, and yeah, there's some risks in chain vaping it that are gonna quickly blow off your face, versus if you vape it every couple minutes, there's a chance it might, you know, not blow up on you, and you might be safe. And these are all a bunch of what ifs. And I don't like risking my face for a bunch of what ifs. Sure, I bet you some idiot could vape a 0.13 or whatever on an 18650 if he takes a hit every 5 minutes. But if one thing goes wrong, at any point, whether your battery wraps are not correct, whether you're chain vaping it too much, whether the battery's overheated, you're outside in the heat, you're outside in the cold, yada yada. There's so many factors in it that are ifs. And I don't like being protected in the vaping world, especially with all these idiots fucking vaping, you know, like sub-ohms on hybrids and 0.08s on 18650s and stuff like that. I'd rather be safer than sorry. So with 18650s, I do not go below 0.15. Sure, there's a bunch of what ifs, but I'm not going to risk it. But for this, that's a big con. Huge con, especially for my mech heads. A lot of you guys who use mechs, guys and gals, love your 21s, your Torrens, your Dreamers, where you can use 21s and go vape lower than 0.1 or whatever y'all do. I don't do that, but whatever level you want to do. That's going to be a huge con. For me, the reason why I bought this, look at it. I fucking love the design of it. That's the main reason I bought it. It does hit fucking hard for an 18650. That is for sure. It doesn't hit better than a 20. Doesn't hit better than a 21. Of course, that is not what you should expect, but it hits fucking hard for an 18650 single battery. 18650 series, of course not. No purge. No purge. It hits fucking hard for an 18650, but that is the biggest overall con for this device. Besides the aesthetics of it, that is up to you, and that is subjective. For me, I love my shit to be wacky tacky. Though I want a purge truck, I will aesthetically like something like this more, even though it's significantly cheaper. The truck, or you know, your Kennedys, your AVLs, yada yada, your rigs, all that, aesthetically they might not look as appeasing to me, but they're definitely going to hit better, and they're definitely more battery compatible. There's a lot of cons. This is definitely a showcase vape. You get it because you want to add it to your collection. You like how it looks. I like how it hits for an 18650. I love how it feels. As you can see, that's another position I really like, is right on the index finger, right there. Wrap around, down the anchor. In my opinion, one of the hardest 18650 only mods out there. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, the Dreamer hits harder and stuff like that, but for mods, or mechs, excuse me, the same shit, but you know what I'm saying. For mechs, in my opinion, the ones that I've tried, it's definitely the best single, only one battery mod for 18650s. There's a lot of other ones out there that you can fit 20s, 26s, or 2650s and all that, but this is only 18650. The hyper connection, like I said, the button is not a con. I dig it. It doesn't have a long throw, but it has a nice short throw, and it's not like a rig where it feels like you're fucking towing a truck with your fingernail. It's really easy. That's it. Very easy. I dig the design. Way more pros in my opinion. Another con for it is it's not a fingerprint magnet, but definitely if you have vape juice, like I have vape juice all over my hands, you know, you're definitely gonna get like stickiness in the creases and dirt in the creases, and it will kind of feel like you just did an oil job kind of deal, which is kind of a con. If you wash your hands and kind of give it a nice little rub in, and you know, nice little, you know, this thingy, you know, it'll be all right. But it definitely it's gonna get dirty. It's gonna get dirty. I mean, there's a lot of crevices and stuff in there where it can go. I never do ratings for devices, but overall for mechs, I would give this like an 8.5 or so. Comparing it to all the tubes that I own, the Rig V2, which I never use, it's serial number 25. The throw is too heavy on it, and I just never use it. It's heavy and kind of inconvenient, kind of a whole mod. I'm going to compare it to the Chronicle and the B17, not the other tubes I have. These are the three tubes I use the most. Aesthetically pleasing, I prefer the Blitz over it. It looks like bamboo. I prefer the button on this in the bottom part. With the Blitz, it kind of gets a little annoying. but aesthetically, it is one of my favorite mods. Throw and all that other stuff, it's lower down there. And convenience and mix matchy is really hard to do. I got the stainless steel, and it still doesn't match perfectly. You can't really see on camera, but this is a little lighter than this, especially with all the dark marks in it. You can throw a black or some on there. Another comment before I forget, only can fit a 24. You can put a 25 on there. There will be a little bit of overhang compared to the Blitz. You can put a 25 on there with no overhang and a 24 or below. With the R&V designs, you can't put anything below a 24. It's only meant for a 24. Though I've had a 30 millimeter on there when I first got it because I was at work when I got it, and that's the RDA I had. So I threw it on there, and it looks stupid, but it works. So you could throw it on here, but there will be overhang, and it's only a 24, and the 24 is tight. I mean, it is right there. So that might be a con for you, might be a pro for you. I own a lot of 24s and 30s, so it's kind of a pro, kind of a con. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I can't really think of much more pros and cons. There's not a lot of info on here, so it's hard to do research on it. I'm just doing pros and cons off of me using it for about a month. And I really dig it. I'd give it an overall 8.5. I'd give the Blitz a 9.5 and the Chronicle a 9.5. Love those mods. This is a little bit worse. Nothing too crazy for me. The 18650 kind of does it, even though the Blitz is only an 18650, does hit pretty hard, but I just aesthetically like those mods a little bit better. I know I love this, and that's why I got it, but the bamboo to me is so unique, and I've never seen it. That's what makes it one of my favorite mechs. I mean, I like it. I'm going to be getting a Blade of God probably next month. That's probably my next mech to get. I want to get some from Russia or Italy, some foreign. I know that sounds weird, like I should get a Purge. Eventually I will get a Purge truck, but I see some and I like the design of it better than the Purge truck. I'm getting the Purge truck because it's one of the cheap ones and I really like how it looks. But yeah, the Blade of God looks cool. And that's probably going to be the next mod, and I'll review that too. But yeah, that's that. I don't know what else to say. The review's running probably, 20 minutes. So just a bunch of tangents. I'm not really good at these reviews. I'm better at juice reviews, able to simplify and understand it a lot better. I do understand it, but it's just, there's stuff that, like, I don't know, silver plated and all that stuff. That really doesn't matter. In the mech game, the main thing is Ohm's law, battery safety, and knowing your shit is protruding, yada, yada, yada. But the connections on it aren't as important, unless if you want to hit it harder hits and stuff like that. But I just never really was able to tell. I guess I could research it, but I don't know how. Like, people like Jay Hayes just immediately know. Maybe they do research, but immediately know that shit's awesome to me. I gotta figure out what this is. To me, it looks like copper or brass, silver plated copper or brass. That's what it looks like, because it's silver, but it doesn't look silver to me. But I don't know shit about that. But yeah, that's the pros and cons in my shitty review of this. I've had a couple of followers ask me to do a review on this. Actually, a lot. Have been annoying the fuck out of me. I would say about 10 people have been asking me to do this, so I figured, eventually I'll do it. And yeah, it's been a month. The mod does get a little warmer, I forgot to mention that, but nothing too exceptional, so just a little tangent right there. Yeah, that's that. Anyways, folks, y'all have a great night. Merry Christmas, as I said in the last video. Love y'all. Have a good one.